E ala kahiki na I kahi hae kulia I kanu'u I kahi na uau kuli ke naka I kahi lo kahi pili na ko kako I kahi ala e kuli ke e lo kahi e ku kahi e. Aloha mai kako, Papa ke ala, welcome back. This is another series that we're putting together just so that you are able to connect. In the past, we talked about the different olelo no eon. I maika ike kalo ika oha. We are as good as our makua. Then the next one is makahana ka ike. By doing, we learn best. And then the other one, e malama oi ika aina, e malama ka aina ya oi. As Papa Keala shared with you, our haloa lau kapalili, every piece of haloa, we are able to eat and we are able to share. Aloha aku, aloha mai, we give aloha, aloha comes back. As Anakala Keahi has shared with us about the ihi, we ihi the first. That's the ili, the first ili of our kalo. And then we put it back in our plants, our hanai I kamiakanu. And then we take the ilikana, which is now the inner skin of our kalo, and we then hanai I kaholoholona. We're gonna feed our pig. Now, as I shared with you, every ahupua'a has a different process. So ale pauka ika halau ho'okahi. Not all knowledge is learned in one school, but we gain the ike. We find where is the knowledge. And like here in Kona, as we shared with you earlier, our kalo is our kalo malo'o, our dry land, or our mala. Yeah, our mala is dry. And here we are so blessed. Here in Kona, we're receiving rain. This is the beauty of our rain. We're so lucky. So getting back, let's look. We're gonna learn all the different process of how to ku'i kalo from our first papa ku'i'ai, our pohaku ku'i'ai, yeah, papa ku'i'ai, pohaku ku'i'ai, and then now this is actually the lauloa that we pulled and we cooked. So here we have Anakala Keahi and Anake Kamuela, and they're gonna speak to us and share with us all the different processes to then ku'i our kalo to make pa'i'ai, not poi, pa'i'ai. And then, because we're all dry land in Kona, we have the pa'i'ai, we go to Kohala, we add water, we get poi. How beautiful our kupuna, they're so akamai, like our uwa, yeah, pivi. So here we go, let's take a look. Anakala Keahi and Anakala Kamuela.
So here we are, everybody knows this as the fun part. It's not work, it's fun.
It's kuleana.
Kuleana, yes. And when we look at our stone, we don't need a kumu sometimes to teach us what to do. We're just going to look at how our stone was designed and what parts of it is going to be used. So basically, in our first stage, we're going to use a ka'i. You remember this is called the ka'i or the edge. Or if you're not ma'a, you can use the ka'i ace hardware. Same thing. But in the first stage, what we're trying to do is we're trying to oki. Some people, bus. Some people naha. All different stages depending where you're from, and you are being blessed by that you are. So awesome.
No need add water. It's raining.
In the first stage, basically all you're trying to do is make it so your kalo doesn't howl off the board. It doesn't fall. So you're going to break it small. Without adding water. Just like that. And you're going to see all this starch pop up. That's what you need to make pa'i'ai. And we're being blessed by the ua. So as you can see, in this first stage, many names for it. But what we're trying to do is just break it down into workable pieces.
Ooh, and wonderful. We gotta watch the vai, the ua. We don't want to put too much water onto our papa. So because Kupuna is now blessing us with lots of water here in Kona, now we have our Kuʻi. Oahu Kuʻi. Again, Pilina, connecting with our Kupuna, like what we are receiving right now, our Ua, our Pilina, our relationship to our eldest sibling here. This is Haloa Lau Kapalili. And we are Haloa Tanaka. E malama kaaina. E malama kaaina yao. The Nana Kilo. Little is being said by our Kanaka to Ipuaku'ai. The less being said as we share Kupuna. They're so beautiful. To just silence everyone, they would throw a little rag over the bowl of corn. But this is the same thing. Kilo. We watch what we say and we limit the amount of speeches that goes on. So even though it's silent, we have to pay attention.
And when we Kuʻi, we're being blessed by the rain. That's a brilliant fauna. Because when you Kuʻi, you try not to put, it's not in non-water. So we're dealing with Mother Nature telling us, we don't test you guys. We don't see if you guys can adapt. Right? That's why we got quiet. So in the first stage we broke it. Next stage we call what we call hui ka'ai. We're trying to keep it in a mound. Some people call it pa'i. But basically you don't want Kalo all over the board. You want it in one place. Stay together, stick together, work together. That's what you do.
Pa'i, keeping them all together, right? You want to keep everyone together, stay together. Because of course, ohana. Ohana is we are together. From the oha, and we see. So now we have to really work on getting our pu'u, our little bumps inside. Yeah. And you work on the pu'u. You try, of course, to limit the amount of vai that you put into your ku'i. But of course, as we share, we are blessed here in Kona to be able to receive such wonderful water. The ua. E vai ua, ua ka ua. And you know, us in Kona, we love it. We love when the rain comes because we don't know when the next rain will come. So we enjoy, we work, we pilina, we see.
And we think, Nani Te Kalo.
Nani ke kalo because nani oi, right? Nani oi, ena kamali'i. So again, oh, you saw that one. That was a fast one, yeah. And the Kalo and switch his hand. Yeah, switch his hand. You saw that.
My other hand got tired.
Oh, see. See? Remember, it's not a hana. It's a kuleana. The kuleana is we're going to prepare food to feed the family, to feed everyone. So again, kilo.
And one thing you want to remember, and this is every place different, but our kumu always taught us the stone lays down when it's not being worked. It doesn't stand up, otherwise it's going to haul you off the board. So we always try to remember that on our kumu, and we don't get pa'i if we stand it up from wherever he is.
So remember our kumu that we honor is Uncle Jerry, Konanui, and he shares that we should moi, yeah, moi I lalo, kapuaku ku'iai, we lie it down, because many times you can experience a thing like ha'ule, and when it ha'ule, you're not sure where you're at, and things might happen, yeah? But we malama, that's the main thing, malama every piece. Again, the papa ku'iai, yeah? The papa is a platform so that we are able to ku'i, and then we have the pohaku. Oahu Kuʻi. And look, our laulua uli is still here. It's so delicious. We have to take a piece of it and taste it. Yeah, taste it.
Taste test.
Taste test. Isn't this fun? This is good fun, especially doing it in the rain. That is even more fun. But of course, we have too much vai over here. Too much vai. We just mahalo na kupuna to help us with the water. And I remember one story coming out from Kona. You know, your hard work, and all the kupuna there. Up here, yeah, kalai. The thing just, all the water come pouring out under your forehead. Kalai. And then you go like, and you put it in your kalo, and you kuʻi, the ono. Again, it was just a story that was shared with me by one of our kupuna. Welcome back. As you can see, we're still Kuʻi Kalo in this beautiful rain of Kona. We would like to share with you as we begin to wrap it up. As they say, we're going to wrap it up, or we're going to put everything in our pu'olo. Or as Anakala Keahi said, our pu'olo is the Ziploc bag. But anyway, we have to do what we have to do. And I believe if our kupuna had Ziploc bags back then, they would put it in the Ziploc bag. But you know, Kona, they're so beautiful because they put their pa'iai in a little pakini. They put what they needed to do, cover it. They needed to carry the fish. They put the limo. Yeah, they put limo kala, put the fish on the top, and then put the fish on the top, and then the pa'iai would go at the very top. And then they would carry that pakini all over the place. Well, as we began in our first series, we started to talk to you about our papa kuʻi. And we have two very special papa kuʻi that we would like to share with you. Of course, these are very significant because they have pilina, but they have a story. And this here that I have with you, Anakala Keahi is going to share with you, was actually one of the creation of our kupuna of knowledge that has shared the knowledge with all of us. And this is kupuna o Anakala Jerry Konanui. Keahi?
So okay, so like we're being tested right now. And we want to kuʻi naneke kalo first. When we want to kuʻi, we were trying to minimize the vai. Uncle used to have a kolohe thing. He would make sure the water went to his partner. And so what he would do is he would put a towel under the board and lift it up so the water would go, and he would giggle. He would give that little and we knew because he couldn't fool us anymore as his home man. But we watched when he did it to somebody else. So he designed this board with two poho, only for that reason. His vai cannot make trouble to his vai. And anytime you look around, I don't think in the museum, I don't think other places you would see this double poho. So whenever I see this board anywhere, we know that Uncle Jerry has crossed their path. So that's the significance for us of this board is, I think, not invented it, but we learned it through him. And it's just, as soon as you see it, I see puna, I see konanu.
It's like tradition, and this is how tradition is passed on. Much like how the kuʻi without vai, we pass on these significant tradition. And as we are blessed by this beautiful ua, we are having to deal with a lot of water on our papa kuʻi. Yes, we started off with the tent, but we wanted to connect with all the elements, and certainly it did. And so we have another papa kuʻi, that I believe was created and challenged on Kamuela. So she's going to share her story about her papa kuʻi.
Hi, challenged. So when you say to ho'omanawanui, be patient, makahana ka'ike, and all of a sudden, sometimes you don't even know you makaukau, yeah? And the ho'ailona just comes. So Uncle Keahi, this was many years ago, gifted me with this slab of mango, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so big. I don't need to make such a big papa kuʻi. But with the help of Uncle Keahi, Uncle Jerry Konanui and some other anakala, I was able to create this papa kuʻi. And also that the mango tree was from the ahupua'a of Holualoa, near that area where I was living at the time as well. So when this papa kuʻi was complete and it was birthed like an ohana member, she had a name, and her name is Kapu'ai Ohaula, setting an intention for her that she would provide or be the foundation to provide sacred food for the next future generations of our people. So that is the story of my papa kuʻi.
As we shared earlier, as Anakala Keahi was sharing, purpose. As this gift was given to Auntie Kamuela, of course the purpose he had, I'm sure, was that she was to feed the community. And you know, indeed, Auntie Kamuela at the time was really feeding our community. She is actually an early childhood educator in the beginning when we first worked together, and she was nurturing all these children. And so, Anakala Keahi shared this beautiful papa from the ahupua'a of where she grew up, was staying at the time. And then, so of course everything was, wow, this is a huge board. But the purpose was to nurture and feed the community. And so today, we've learned so many things. And to connect, as I shared with you, with our environment, our pilina, with our ua of kona, our mala malo'o, and of course our lauloa, uli uli, and now from our papa kuʻi to the pohaku kuʻi, we are here now presenting the beautiful pa'iai of our mala malo'o. And again, we want to say mahalo nui loa to our kupuna, the mo'okuauhau, Uncle Jerry Kunanui, for sharing all of his ike with all of us. And there's a lot of us throughout the entire state. We mahalo him for bringing back the different ike of Kalo. And this is very, very important. Remember, I maika ike Kalo ika oha, we are good as our makua. Malama oi I ka aina, e malama ka aina ya oi. We take care of the land will take care of us. Aloha aku, aloha mai. We give love, love comes back. Nani ke Kalo, nani ho'i oi. And the very last is makahana ka ike. We want to say mahalo nui to all of you, Uncle Keahi, as he shared his knowledge and ike, shared by his kumu, and Auntie Kamuela, as she shared her knowledge from her kumu as well. We want to say mahalo to everyone that made it possible for us to be here to share our ike. First of all, our kupuna that has blessed us with all this beautiful water and rain. We want to say thank you. And again, ahakeki, mahalo nui to all our kamali'i. That's you. This is Papa Keala saying mahalo, awiho, ke aloha nui.